Oh, good evening. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't even notice. Hey, well, good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Is the volume coming out? Good evening. Welcome, 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 welcome. Good evening, my people. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, well, my people, how on a day? Longest time. Please bear with me. Happy Sunday. Hey, good afternoon, madam. I greet you. Good evening from this side. Greetings, everybody. I dey greet you now. I say, let us talk about this issue last, because now is the time to know who exactly is the one ridiculing the faith. With everything that is going on, and the people that you are holding accountable and say, oh, they are fighting the faith, who is actually doing the damage? Who is doing the damage? So, but before we go into this case, I want to also refer you to what is going on with Ijele. Remember that this problem Ijele is started with pastor, prophets. You understand? So between what they are doing and what the people that are calling them out for what they are doing, who is now the one that is spoiling that belief system, that faith, that you know, that religion? Who is the one that is creating that ridiculousness that people are seeing in it? It's almost like it's becoming a laughing stock. Who is the one doing it? So that's what I want us to talk about this evening. Welcome, 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 everybody. I greet every one of you that is joining me. I know it's been a while, and I've not been steadfast. Let me just say that I've not been steadfast. I've not been coming live as normal as I would, but I thank God anytime I have the ability, the capacity, I will always try my best to come live. So I want to start this video with what is going on with Ijele. Ijele problem started when he went to say somebody is not doing miracle, that somebody don't have power to heal, that if you have a sickness, if you are sick, go to the doctor. They say the way he said it was not so good. He said somebody don't have power, that if you are sick, that you should go to the hospital. That's where this problem started. Before you know it, since 6 months now, na this matter we dey talk, free Ijele. Ijele is still in detention because he said that somebody don have power. He said somebody don have power, that if you are sick, go to the hospital. So I don't know whether they want to tell us that there is too much power in that place. That's why they are holding him. I don't know, because if you go to the West in Europe, where Christian religion came from, they are investing heavily in medicine. All the latest research, all the latest healing, all the latest cure is coming from medicine. When you even talk about fruit of the womb, the one that is very common among our people, when you talk about fruit of the womb, is also medicine. When they are talking about IVF, IVF coming into play, helping so many women to conceive, right? So if the people that brought this religion, because we like to blame, we say, oh, Westerners, look at what they did, they brought Christian to us, they are the problem of Africa, okay, fine. What is Western people doing in their own country? Are they looking at sick people and telling them that they should not go to the hospital? Do you see sick people going to the church for healing? Do you see that in the West? That's the question. Do you see people that need maybe they have fertility issue? Do you see them going to church or going to fertility center? Between these people that are doing all like now, like there's this one that is trending, somebody that went to the United Kingdom and is healing somebody there. You forget that in United Kingdom or in America or here in Germany, everybody with a disability is on record. Here they call it Schwerbehinderungsausweis. It means when you are disabled, you have one. It doesn't have to be physically disabled, physical disability. Every kind of disability. Maybe you are constantly sick. Maybe you are having migraine. Maybe you are psychologically unfit. All these things are disability because it impacts the way you live your daily life. It affects your ability to work and earn a living. Anything you are going through that impacts you in the way you can go out and make your living, that you cannot work full time, that you cannot really fend for yourself, that maybe you need somebody to escort you if you have to go somewhere, you have problem with your mobility, you have problem with your hearing, you have problem with your seeing, you have problem with your muscles. Some people, their muscles are weak, they cannot get up, they cannot move around. Anything that affects your health and impacts your life quality and affect your ability to be able to go and work and earn your living, you will be on disability. Why? Because the government needs to support you. If you need escort, they have to provide that escort. There are people that their work, even many of our people, their work is to escort people, to assist people. When you see this assisted living, that care home, that people that go to people's home to assist them in one way or the other. Why? Because their name, their list is under disability, and the government is paying people salaries to go and help them. So if you come and perform miracle and say this person is healed, it means that person is now capable to fend for themselves. That person is now able to go out without problem. That person is able to go and earn a living. Therefore, they will remove that person from that list and remove that disability or Ausweis ID card. They will remove the ID card of disability from the person. That means this person is now fit and a normal person. Can any one of them attest to something like that? That is the question. So why is it that, how did Christian religion degenerate to healing? People forget that it's because of the lack of medical care, the broken down medical system of Nigeria. Nigeria, as of today, does not have a healthcare system. Because how can you have a body of medical directors? You have a hospital, you have the Nigerian Medical Associations. They have never come out any day to debunk any of this thing that is going on. So it's a collective failure. It's just like this thing we started coming out to talk about insecurity. We needn't have to come and do that because there are elected officials. There are people that it is their job to actually educate the people they represent and rescue them. But no, they wouldn't do that. They sat back. Do you know the number of youths that are gone and are still going, right? Because nobody does their work. Is that what Europeans brought to you? Is that what Europeans taught you to do? And even if that is what Europeans taught you, why are you doing it to yourself? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Good evening, Igwe, I greet you. Good evening, everybody. So I just say, let us look into this question. Between the people that are claiming that they are healing, they are doing miracle, they are doing everything, they are selling merchandise. I don't even understand. They are selling handkerchief, they are selling miracle key, they are selling pool of Bethesda water to you fall inside it, you become here. You know, they are selling different merchandise for you to attach it to yourself and have security, open doors, and all those kind of a thing. Meanwhile, they are moving around with bulletproof cars, right? And they are selling their pictures, their paraphernalia for you, selling different merchandise. And when they are sick, they go to the hospital, they get the best medical care, right? But they are busy selling you merchandise, selling you olive oil. There is one in the UK that he was fined in the UK because he was selling olive oil to his congregation. And that olive oil is normal olive oil they sell in the market, because olive oil they eat it is food, like it's normal vegetable oil. They use it to cook. Like if you don't want to put something high heat, you can just even eat it like that, you know, put it on food. You can use it to cook, fry egg, put it in soup. Olive oil is normal oil that people use, especially people from the Mediterranean and even Italy. That's their main oil. They went to buy it in a store in London and they increased the price. That is extortion, right? And you know, they are selling the olive oil. They are using that. Anything you are suffering for, they say pour olive oil inside your eye, pour it inside your ear, rub it on your body, do it like this, do it like that. You know. So at the end of the day, who is actually the one ridiculing the faith? Who is the one right now? If you are talking about faith, if you're talking about Christianity, it's almost like it's like you are the last mugu. Why? Why? If to say Nigeria have a working medical system, first of all the nurses and all the doctors will not be escaping from Nigeria to go abroad. Why? Because the system is not working. The system does not exist. It's a system whereby anybody, just because you have a medical license, you can just go and open your own hospital, open your own doctor, be doing everything. Meanwhile, in developed countries, you cannot just open hospital and be performing all kinds of surgery, because you can have a practice, but when it comes to serious something, the person has to go into the hospital, right? So there's no system in place. So the Nigerian government has failed in so many areas. And even in the area of control, you are seeing people being endangered. Your own citizens, you don't care. Why? Because you are in a political office just to enrich yourself, just to better yourself. So we are not saying, oh, Europeans, they brought Christianity to us. Is this what they are doing? Did the Christianity that they bring stop them from developing themselves? Go to Saudi Arabia, go to United Arab Emirates, go to all these top Muslim countries, go to even Northern Africa, see their medical system. Can anybody play all these kind of tricks on the population? No. Because people are helpless. People don't have any alternative. People don't have a place they can go and check their health to be up to date. There's no general place that people can even get their blood sugar checked. They cannot even check their blood pressure. People collapse and people don't even know what to do. There's no teaching of first responding, what you can do immediately if somebody falls, immediately if somebody loses consciousness, what you can do. There's no general education. There's nothing. I don't know what happened, but the Nigerian elite failed the people. Right? And then at the end of the day, when they come on social media, they just want to show you their new car, their new house, how good they have it, because they are not responsible for how bad you are living, right? The thing is skewed. The thing is really skewed, because here in Germany, if you are having it so good and people around you are suffering, like it's a thing of shame for you, because how can you live with yourself knowing that you are eating, you are throwing away food, and people around you don't have anything to eat? People around you cannot access medical care. People around you don't have the basics. But this is how we have been conditioned to live, because when the colonial master came, that was how they were operating, because they operate in that level that they were higher than African people. So they avail themselves of the best like this government reserve area. The buildings they have, they're very beautiful buildings, and they have the best healthcare system in that GRA. You see the way they pave the street, like in Europe, put trees, street forestry, made it very beautiful, have very and when the colonial master left, the people that took over government in Africa continued like that. So the people leading and ruling and have political office in Nigeria and other places in Africa, they have not come into that consciousness that human beings are equal. You understand? They don't accept it. They don't, it is not in their mind, like it has not sink into their thinking that, oh, we are all human beings, we all deserve what is good. But they are continuing that colonial master idea that, without knowing it, or maybe they know, they are continuing, that thing that colonial master did, that's what they are actually doing now. And that time, colonial master will just come, take all the resources, all the things that they need, build the road to the airport, build the road to the sea for the ship. You understand, like all those kind of things for the rail, the places that they need to transport something, put infrastructure there, the things that affect them, and they run it like that. You understand, because that's their interest. They want to come and take something, to go and do something in their place to better themselves, all those kind of idea, right? But the people that they handed power over in Africa, they forgot that they are also Africans, that they are not going anywhere again, that Africa, that Nigeria, that anywhere in Africa is their home. But in their mind, they are seeing themselves as the colonial master, that they are better than the normal, ordinary Nigerian African person. Are you getting me? So because of that mind that they have, they are only interested about environment, you know. Good evening, Ejike. So it has not entered their consciousness that they need to create a conducive environment in Africa, because that is their home. They didn't understand that they are not the colonial master, that they cannot be taking something out like the colonial master did. They are supposed to be building, developing, putting things in place, but that's the problem. That's the main issue. So the people that are in government, they are still the same set of people, and their friends and their family and their well-wisher, like the same, a layman word will say cabal is the same set of people, right? So those are the same people, and they are operating like, here, like for example, here in Germany, there are people that follow the Nazi ideology that say, Germany for Germans, everybody out, and those people, they call them now neo Nazis, like the new Nazis, right? So what we are having in Africa now is neo-colonialism, and the neo-colonialists are our own African brothers and sisters. So that's why they operate in that manner. They are the neo-colonizers. So their template is exactly the template of the colonial master, to exploit, to take advantage of. But because they don't realize that they are also Nigerians, they are also Africans, they are also anywhere else in Africa. So their mind is still built to continue that template. They don't have their own template. Their own template is do exactly what they saw the colonial master do. You understand? So they will exploit, take advantage. Anything that affects the masses, it doesn't affect them. And that is why when religious people are taking advantage of their population, misleading their population, it doesn't affect them, because it pays into the system and their template, right? Because it is helping them to condition the population. Because, for example, if the church and the people that are running mega ministries are teaching the people that the problem you are having is coming from your village, your uncle in the village, this idea of village people, your grandmother in the village, the people in your village. So people buy into that idea, like, and why does it favor the government? Because it exonerates them. So that's why you have roads that are supposed to be built. They are not built in Nigeria, in many places of Africa. Why? The money is already in the pocket of so many people. That money has already found its way in Europe, everywhere, America, bought houses, bought, invested and whatever, spent. So, but the road is still there. The road is not done. And people travel on that road and they have accidents, right? They have accidents and they pass. And the blame does not go to the people who did not repair the roads. The blame is going to the people in the village. The blame is going to the people in the village. Oh, your village people, why did you go to the village? You hand yourself over to the village people. You understand? So they say it's the village people that is doing it. Why does the government not correct this ideology, like, regulate religious practices? Because normally it's like a non-governmental organization. They are supposed to work hand in hand with government, like sister government, because there's a lot of population under their care, under their control. It's supposed to interest the government, if it is a caring government, what they are doing with the people. But because it pays into the template that the people in government are using, they don't care. And then the person that tries to point to the general population and say, see, oh, it's not supposed to be like this, they're taking advantage of you, that person becomes the bad person. That person becomes the one that is fighting Christianity. That person becomes the person that is fighting against your faith and ridiculing the Christian faith, not the person that is actually doing the real mago. Because the person that is calling him out have never collected 1 cent from anybody, 1 penny. He didn't collect, and he didn't ask you to give him. Are you getting me? He's just telling you that, oh, look again. What they are telling you is not true. You understand? If you have medical issue, try to seek for medical guidance, If you have medical issue, try to seek for medical guidance. I've seen a video where they throw a newborn baby on the ground and saying they are doing something, they are praying, whatever, a newborn baby, So they are doing so many things that it is not natural, it's not normal. Logically, you should question it. But because they put the people in a state of psychosis, like, in a state of psychosis, you are not functioning with your real logical uh cognition, like you are not full up there. So you are just like in a limbo, like you are functioning in a way like a programmed, like computer, when what you are doing with computer, your computer, you are like somebody has programmed you, and because you are not the product of that his programming, he will be using you how he wants to use you. Are you getting me? Our brother said they are worse than the colonial master. Yeah, they are worse because we are not seeing, like, it's not obvious. And so most times people will say, oh, what the colonial master have done, they have done this, religion. In fact, somebody was commenting on my page the other time that Western education is bad, that we shouldn't have Western education, that Boko Haram was against Western religion, nobody listened to them, that kind of a thing, So at the end of the day, nobody have actually stopped African education. But have we ever come up with our own? No. Have any African government said this is our own educational system? Like maybe they have looked around what is available in the world and what their forefathers had, the system, like, carve out their own system. They can't, because it needs a lot of mental rigor. Like you need to sit down and work for hours and months and years, brain like shut down, stay. No, we can't do that because we are inhibited in so much that we need to eat now. Like we are just in a state that we need food and water and shelter. We have not passed that stage. So you cannot take yourself out so that you are going to study and research to bring something, because you need to eat, you need to drink, you need to clothe yourself. So you are still thinking about those ones. But they are able to do it here, because if someone is taking out in that, his needs will be taken care of relatively, and it actually will not really matter, because not everybody is expected to be a billionaire and a millionaire and hit and make it. It's supposed to be okay, like you have everything you need, your basic needs. So you must not accumulate wealth. But we don't have that kind of idea. So once you attain a certain level, you are expected to accumulate a level of wealth. So we are functioning in different dimensions. So why I'm doing this video is, for example, look at what has happened to our brother Ijele. And a lot of people are saying that the man has already withdrawn the case. That's not the case. That's not true at all, at all. That one I can assure you. But I'm not in a place to speak for Ijele. I pray Almighty God will preserve his life, that he will not die in that place, and that he will be able to come out and tell his story by himself. You understand me? So at the end of the day, I just want to put it out there that the people calling out the people that are doing fake miracles, they are not your problem. They are not your enemies. If you are a Christian, you should know this. This is a message to Christians. If you are a Christian, please take this to heart. The people that are calling out those people who are performing miracles, that are fake, that are cajoling people, that are doing give me, pay tithe, pay, sow a seed, do this, do that, because of your works, that you are going to be saved and all those things, exploiting you in one way or the other, they are actually the ones ridiculing you. There are many people that you can go to their congregation and actually learn a lot of philosophy to help you with your daily life, But there are people that all they want is to do those theatrics so that you will be hooked to that entertainment, and to give and believe that something will come out of it. So the people calling out these people that are engaging in all these activities, they are not the problem of Christianity. Those people are actually out to preserve Christianity, because if you continue like this, there is going to be a time nobody will be interested to be a Christian. If you say I'm a Christian, you say, this one, you see they do Christian, but by this time of the day, yeah, because it's coming to that. So if you love your faith, stop defending people that are doing fake miracle and doing fake healing, and presenting themselves as medical doctors and healing. And I don't know how church became a matter of healing. So you have to look at it that Europeans that brought religion and this Christian religion we are following, or is it the Arabians that brought the Islamic religion? They never neglected medicine. Medicine was never neglected. They are investing heavily in medicine, right? Preserving their environment. There's hygiene. You know, the level of germs because of the dirty living environment can even increase the emergence of different kind of sickness that somebody may not even know, that cannot even be diagnosed. I'm telling you, right? So you have to look at Europe, where this religion came from. Did they abandon medicine and flock all the sick people to church? Shebi they are investing in their medical care. Shebi they invest in a medical system to the point that they have universal health care system, that you don't have to pay out of pocket, that you can pay insurance every month, and when you are sick, you take your insurance card and you go to the hospital, right? They are the one that did it, but they could have just say, okay, they are the one that brought church, they are the custodian of this Christian faith that we have today, that you don't have to go to hospital, you come, this pastor is healing, this one is healing, this one is healing, but they cannot do that. They are not doing that. And one thing I would also pray and hope is that for the Nigerian Medical Association to rise up, for the Nigerian system, I don't know which department is responsible for it, for people who have challenges, medical challenges, there needs to be a record of them, the problem they are having, the challenges that they are having, since when they are having it, let it be on record. Yeah, because if it is on record, nobody will come up any day, anytime and start doing healing, right? Nobody will gather thousands of people and be doing healing that cannot be founded. The Catholic Church that started this miracle and did record all this miracle, you have to bring medical reports. They have to check and check the condition, and then after 3 months or after there's a period of time that you have to go again and check to establish that in fact there was a healing before it can be recorded that this is a miracle. That is the system the Catholic Church follow. Many people forget that this Christian faith started with Catholic Church, right? So the Catholic Church, before you are recorded as a miracle, that condition has to be medically established. Like when it started, since when you are having it, and when that person records miraculous healing, it has to be recorded. Then the doctors have to check again and do the test and make sure, okay, this thing the person was presenting is no longer present. And then after a period of 3 months, you go and check again, is the condition, is it a relapse? Because sometimes somebody can be sick and then the thing will relapse. Is it a relapse or is it absent? You go and check again, and after 6 months you check again. There's a protocol before something can be recorded as miracle. Ask people who are Catholics, they will tell you. Somebody don't wake up in the Catholic Church and say, I've done a miracle. I'm telling you, ask anybody that's a Catholic, they will tell you. And the Christian faith started from Catholic Church, and these people are not following that protocol. Somebody will just do and say, hey, miracle in a crowd that is jam-packed, and people are already so in a frenzy, and then that kind of thing, the crowd will be carried away, right? So here in Germany, nobody can fake miracle. Have you seen anybody doing miracle in Germany? Have you seen anybody bring anybody with a health condition and say he did miracle? You know why? You cannot do it in Germany, because in Germany they have a medical system whereby a child, anybody's health system is recorded from the time in their womb. They have a book, they call it Mutterkind Pass, mother and child pass. From the womb, your progress is being recorded. And once you are born, they have another book, they call it Untersuchung, like underage checkup. They have number 1, number 2, number 3, U1, U2, like they give stipulated days of the month, when you are 14 months, when you are 2 years, when you are 6 years. They have all the time you have to go for that Untersuchung, for that checkup. If you miss anyone as a parent, they will write you from the center that this child is missing so checkup. Make sure you do it and report back, because the report has to be. Tell me, in that kind of system, can somebody just come and say, hey, this person has been suffering from quickening, and then now he's here? Because it is on record from the womb. Are you getting me? So it's not about talking about, you don't believe that there's nothing God cannot do. Nobody is questioning that. Yeah, you have a right to believe. You have a right to believe whatever you believe, practice your religion, but not at the detriment of people who need help, people who are in need. Are you getting me? So if you see, there was a when I was in Nigeria, I remember there was one man that used to come to Nigeria, Rehoboam. When he will come like this, if you see, like, I don't know if any of you have gone to Rehoboam crusade, people will be filled like the Christ for all nations. People will be full, the whole stadium. At a point, they were not doing it like all the churches in Nigeria, all the mega pastors, all the Pentecostal pastors, they came together to host his crusades, and like it would be like an ocean of humanity. Like people will be filled. In fact, when they came to Lagos, it was crazy, right? Meanwhile, that pastor was from this Germany, He has a church. He has a local church here in Germany, So when they do programs here in Germany, it's not about healing. It's about just a normal Christian congregation where you learn about the word, you are kind to each other, you are supporting each other, just normal Christian faith religion. But when it goes to Africa, it has another dynamics. Because why? Like, I have children here. Many of our people who live here, they have children. You can ask them, the child that they have here, does that child have a medical record from the womb? Everybody will tell you yes. The child tell me the person that have a medical record from the time he's in the womb, from the time the pregnancy is 12 weeks, it's already on record. They give you the mutter pass, and then you hold it as a mother. They call it mutter pass, mother pass. You hold that one until when you give birth. It will be on record how you gave birth, the process of the birth, how big the child was any problem, what is blah, blah, blah. Everything is recorded. When the child is born, it's there. From the time you are pregnant, the progression of the pregnancy, what happened in the pregnancy, is it developing? So they will follow that trajectory. They will track that person's health history from the womb. So once the child is born, it will transfer to Untersuchung, underage checkup. From there, they have U1 to U9 or something like that, U10. And they will check that child until they will enter adult age. So their history is already on record. And then if someone, for example, something, life happens, somebody goes and have an accident or something happen, or along the line, something starts, it's already on record, when the thing started, from what time. So one of the problems that Nigeria people have, and why this fake miracle is cashing on it, is the lack of records, right? There's no record. So somebody can come and say, there could be record, but because it's happening in large crowds and in a frenzied situation, maybe people who know that person can actually come and attest that yes, since this child is born, like people from their street or something like that. But you never see that corroboration. You never see it. So bottom line is, the people that are doing fake miracles are a problem for the Christian faith. The people that are manipulating the congregation, their congregants, they are a problem for the Christian faith. Yeah. And, nothing lasts forever. You guys, you think you have the field of the day. I'm seeing what Jeremiah Fufe is doing. That one is just selling different matcha dice, and nobody stops him. In fact, I know that this fight that VDM is fighting, in fact, it will even backfire, because such people in our society does not last, right? If you want to come out and say you want to really correct what is wrong, you are going to be a target, because you'll be seen as a problem immediately, because it's not tailoring to the mass hysteria, the mass movement, the mass projection, that kind of a thing. So there's something going on, and they need it that way. So who are you? You are nobody. You understand? But because the Christian faith means a lot to each and every one of us, different ways, in different formats, and some people don't want to see it ridiculed, and they have been misled to think that people who are calling out those who are doing fake miracle are the ones mocking and ridiculing the faith, when it's supposed to be the other way around, that those people who are actually doing wrong things, lying, exploiting, those are actually the ones mocking the faith. Because once someone that's been exploited comes to their senses, they will never turn back. They won't look back. They will walk away from the faith. You understand? Once someone has seen the light, they are turning back. They are never looking back again. And that is what is going to happen to the Christian faith in Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, across Africa, right? Once it continues like this, some people are young, their parents put them through it, and when they are older, they can speak for themselves. They will turn their back. You will not see them. You will not see their children. So this is a wake-up call. Instead of you to be attacking people who are calling out those who are doing things that are untoward, things that are not expected to be done under the Christian faith, you understand me? Look at that thing those people are doing and know that it is wrong. It is very, very wrong. you know. And what they are also doing, like it's also in the news, like Olukoya, that he's locking up a lot of people, his critics or people who don't agree with him, and they're taking advantage of the corrupt judiciary system and law enforcement system, and locking people up indefinitely. It is wrong. And if you see such things, do not condone it in the name of touch not my anointed, right? You have to see it for what it is, because these are the people that are putting a question mark on the Christian faith. So if you want Christianity to survive, if it's important for you that you want Christianity to survive, you want the faith to move on, you have to recognize that the people doing the damage are the pastorpreneurs themselves. They are the ones doing the damage, because they have turned into a huge conglomerate that has nothing to do with helping the people in any way, but enriching themselves in all possible manner, right? So I'm going to leave it there, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying do not go to church. I'm not saying do not practice your faith. I'm not saying Christianity is bad or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just saying take note of the fact that the people who are doing the wrong are the people manipulating the congregation, exploiting the population, lying to the population, and performing fake miracles and fake arranging miracles, right? Those are the people ridiculing the Christian faith. That's all I can say. And for Ijele, I continue to say that I pray that God Almighty will see him through, that he will be able to come out in good health, in and recover fully, and be able to tell his own story of what happened to him and how the whole thing has gone. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this program. I appreciate every one of you. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to comment as you see fit. Please, let's be civil. I don't want anybody to be rude. I cannot abide rudeness or being unruly. If I see it, I'm going to delete and block. So please, let's be civil in our conversations. And you are free to share the video. You are free to leave a comment and share your thoughts and opinion with us. And don't forget to react to the video. Click the like button, click the love button, and don't forget to support by clicking the follow button. Follow this page, follow and like this page. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe also to my page to support me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being a part of this program, and I wish you a very good start in the new week, and may God bless each and every one of us, and may his mercy shine upon us as we go out for our daily bread in this week, and may all our prayers come to pass. Amen.